Have you brought news of the boomers? It's called an autodoc. As the name suggests, it's an automated physician, more or less. He can treat broken bones, cuts, punctures, scrapes. Sometimes I bestow its use upon someone I favor. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that forbids painkillers and is largely ignorant of medical science. Even with the boomers to deal with, you have questions? The boomers settled at the old air base northeast of Vegas many years ago. No one knows exactly how long it's been. It may be that no one's traded with them or even spoken to them that entire time. If so, they're sitting on one hell of a stockpile of ammunition. My scouts have seen people moving around the base. The perimeter's guarded, with spotters and towers directing the artillery fire. They must have extraordinary vision. Some of my scouts were targeted at extreme distances. So no, I can't tell you what to expect inside the base. No one's been inside it, except them. What else did you want to know? Vulpes is the best of my Frumentari, a remarkable individual from an unremarkable tribe south of the Utah. He was brought into the Legion as a boy, survived training, fought well enough as a legionary to be promoted to the rank of Decanus. Then in battle against an unimportant tribe, he broke ranks and led his contubernium through a hole in their defenses to capture its chieftain. Well, his Kenturian wanted him crucified for disobedience, so I made him a Frumentari. Whatever I require, infiltration, assassination, dramatic atrocities to break the spirit of the enemy, etc. They're mentally flexible. They operate behind enemy lines for extended periods, imitating the enemy's customs without becoming sullied. In all these things, Vulpes is a master. What else did you want to know? Linnaeus is the greatest of my battlefield commanders. Some might call him a great man, but I'm not sure he qualifies. Once, he was the greatest warrior of the Hydebarks, a tribe of the Arizona. Maniacal in battle. Sometimes he'd ambush Legion patrols by himself. When after several months we found and surrounded the Hydebarks camp, their chieftain raised a banner of surrender. The warrior, who was not yet Linnaeus, went insane with rage. He struck down his chieftain and attacked his own tribe. He killed 15 before they brought him down. He didn't die, obviously. I had him tended to. He was maimed, most of his face torn off. It was days before he regained consciousness. When he did, I went to his bedside and showed him the helmet I'd had forged to cover his face. I said he could have it if he'd fight for me. He accepted, on condition that he be allowed to kill the surviving males of his tribe. I said, make it the adult males, and you have a deal. Linnaeus is savage. Savagely loyal, too, but only to me. He has no love for my legion. But this has its uses. He has no attachment to his men, no compunction about battlefield losses. All he cares about is destroying the enemy. When another legatus or a Kenturian fails to achieve results, I send Linnaeus to make things right. His first step is to beat the failed commander to death in front of his assembled troops. Then he orders the ritual of decimatio. It means decimation, but in ancient Rome the word had a very specific meaning, a punishment for cowardice. The legionaries are lined up in ranks. Every 10th man steps forward and is beaten to death by his brothers. It instills a certain robust obedience. Yes, this time my legionaries will be more frightened of the commander behind them than the enemy before them. There will be no failure this time, no retreat, no years of gathering slaves and resources for another assault. With Linnaeus to drive the Legion forward, the dam will be taken. It will be our bridgehead across the Colorado. It's not going to happen again, that's all. And I've heard it's a bad idea to tempt the wrath of Caesar. I know he's dead. I know he's no longer a factor. That's all I need to know. Losers don't matter in the history books. He's a fucking footnote. What else did you want to know? I've analyzed the region's tribe to determine how they might be useful. I may tell you more at a later time, if it suits me. Ironically, I was born a profligate myself, a citizen of the NCR. My family lived not far from the Great Boneyard. After raiders killed my father, my mother sought the followers' protection. I was 2 years old. She found work at their library, cooking and cleaning. I learned how to read, and soon I was taking courses, free of charge. Oh yes, raised in that tradition. And the teaching stuck. I was taught it was my responsibility to bring the torch of knowledge to the wastes. I may have taken the torch part more literally than they intended. When I was 20, the followers sent me east to Grand Canyon. It was my first expedition. Just me and a physician named Calhoun. As an anthropologist and linguist, my assignment was to learn the dialects of the Grand Canyon tribes. What a fucking waste of time. If you think it's worthwhile to make smart people learn how to talk like backward savages, you're a follower of the apocalypse, or an idiot. Anyway, we met up with a Mormon missionary who already knew a bunch of dialects, Joshua Graham. He was supposed to teach me, but before that went too far, the Blackfoot tribe captured us to hold us for ransom. They were a backward bunch, but the real problem was they didn't know how to fight. The Blackfoot were at war with 7 other tribes, each just as pissant as they were. But outnumbered like that, they weren't going to last long. It's one thing to be taken hostage, another to be lashed to a sinking ship. So over Calhoun's objections, I decided to take certain steps. I taught them how to use the guns they already had, how to strip and clean them, how to breathe when pulling a trigger, how to reload ammunition. They looked at me like I was some kind of a sorcerer. So I taught them how to make explosives and started drilling them on small unit tactics. If there's anything I learned as a follower of the apocalypse, it's that there's a lot of good information in old books. Divide et impera, divide and conquer. I led the Blackfoot against the Ridgers, their weakest enemy. When they refused to surrender, I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers' village and showed him the corpse piles. This was new for the tribes, you see. They played at war, raiding each other, a little rape and pillage here, a little ransoming there. I showed them total warfare. Like I said, there's a lot you can learn from old books. Kaibabs joined me, and the Fredonians after that. All the pissant tribes with names that should be forgotten. I knew from the start I'd need to eradicate this plague of tribal identities, replacing them with a monolithic culture, a uniform identity. So that's what I did once my confederation of tribes was large enough. I crowned myself Caesar and created a single great tribe, my legion. I sent Calhoun, the follower captured with me, back west with a message that I should not be interfered with. Joshua Graham, the Mormon interpreter, stayed with me and served as my first legatus. That's right. Decades of warfare, absorbing lesser tribes, gathering power, forging the dross into a vast, razor-sharp scythe. My legion's expansion has never ceased. Much of the Utah and Colorado and all of Arizona and New Mexico are mine. We have cities of our own, but nothing compared to Vegas. Finally, my Legion will have its Rome. What else did you want to know? It's called an autodoc. It can treat broken bone. Makes for a powerful gift in a culture that... Good. Your first challenge will be to reach their sub...
What was that?
Come out of here!
What have you done? No!
Engaging target.
Hello.
I'm gonna clip your sorry ass.
I'm gonna clip your sorry ass.
That's some shit right there. That's some shit right there.
Oh!
Thank you. They were going to kill me. There won't be a next time, I hope. I may have overheard some things at Gamora that I passed on to the NCR. No. Well, not really. I mean, I'm not listening through doors or sneaking around or anything. The NCR likes to keep tabs on the activities of the families, and they pay me good caps to hang around the casino. I do odd jobs here and there, usually helping Sarah keep the vault tidy. Too bad for me that the professional part isn't working out so good. But I love gambling, so I'm here to stay on the strip until they kick me out.
By order of Caesar. That machine looks like a floating eye. I don't like it.
Excuse me. Hi.
Our way, true to Caesar.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories.
Was there more for us to discuss? For now, anyway. She'll need to lay... They'll eventually send more men after her, but I'm sure I'll come up with a better... Wale.
It's about the Burned Man again.
Like that.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested? Who I am and what I'm doing is my business. Now, are you in the market for info or not? There is a way. Suit yourself.
Hold it right there. How the hell did you survive that bombardment? Are you even human? Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces. Watch your mouth, Savage.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Follow close.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit. Prophecy. I just hoped a savage, outsider, sorry, would make it to our gates before one of those armies out there comes knocking. That's right, child. Mother Pearl knows a storm is gathering. Times are changing. Oh, so many ways. Should that go well, maybe you can help in big ways, too. If I were your grandma, I'd wash out your mouth with a Braxo for being so rude, child. You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you.
By order of Kais... Awe.
Excuse me.
True to Kaiser.
Awe, true to Kaiser.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Was there more for us to discuss?
Yes. Well done. It will be very useful in the coming battle against the snipers the NCR will no doubt have hidden in the hills near the dam.
It's said the Legion's veterans will arrive from Arizona soon. They are...
Away. Name your business.
Get moving, profligate. Wale.
Awe, have you come to sell or trade for captures? No. They haven't yet earned the right to be called slaves. Those three in the pen are captures, nothing more. I'm a slave master, so I know what I'm talking about. Back at the fort, I'd have those three half-broken and well on their way. But this is just a holding area, so all I do is assess their fitness and decide whether to send them on. Why would it bother me to enslave these wretches? They have no purpose, no creed, no honor. They live in pitiful squalor, undisciplined, intemperate. To enslave them is to save them, to give them purpose and virtue. Honestas industria prudentia. Even the virtues of slaves are beyond the dissolute on this side of the river. It was easy. The Colorado was narrow here, and when the profligates abandoned Searchlight, there was no one to guard the crossing. It's just a small outpost, but we keep busy. Raiding parties go out, new captures come in. I have Blackfoot in me, the first tribe that Caesar ever led in battle, the tribe that formed the Legion. If not for him, we'd still be living in tents or shacks, scavenging for food like animals, if we were alive at all. The best cursor in the Legion. You'll reach Fortification Hill without incident, that's for sure. Wait until you see the encampment, how massive it is, and a personal audience with mighty Caesar. Glorious. Wale.
Awe, true to Kai. Caesar.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Keep an eye out for wildlife.
I'm usually good with faces, but I don't think I've seen you here before. You don't cook by any chance, do you? Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually... Yeah, on top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out. Calm is what you have to be with... As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. Hell of a thing, losing a ranger. You come to depend on them. And they come through for you so often. Sure. Could be better. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Now we're trying to secure the Strip and the dam at the same time. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers, because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning. Well, why not? I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent, but I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. I'm usually good with faces.
got nothing to say to you. Best move on.
Legatus Linnaeus is on the march. When he arrives,
Awe, why have you come to Nelson? My orders are to hold Nelson. So far, the enemy north of here has been too frightened to move against us. Why should it concern you? What stalemate? It is Caesar's will that I hold this position. If you're so eager to see Camp Forlorn Hope fall, why don't you go attack it all by yourself? Well, that remains to be seen.
Awe, true to Caesar.
Speak to our Decanus, Did see.
Whoa! Yes? A glorious victory. I'll send word of your achievement. Perhaps Caesar will see fit to send another Count of Bernium to occupy the camp. Here, take this. My blade. It was a gift from my Centurion upon the defeat of the Sundog tribe. True to Caesar. Awe, you have done a great service to Caesar. Do so again, but elsewhere.
Welcome, sir or ma'am. Welcome, sir or...
You're back. All right. The optics enhancer, as the name suggests, gets attached directly to your optic nerve. Have a seat in the... You're back. All right. If I implant the probability, it's not quite the same as making you luckier. Have a seat.
Hey,
This is a restricted area. Or you're a Legion spy trying to infiltrate our perimeter. I'm glad we sorted this out. Why would I want to let you do that? This is NCR property, and we have guns. So you can only do as we please here. And it would please us if you got the hell off our lawn.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping. Wonderful. Excellent. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. You're the outsider. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Now that you know the story of our people, Ask away. So you know about the vaults? In our vault, everyone had guns. I guess all the little pops and And at Nellis, we found it. Anything else you want to know? Several automatic... The Savages of the That's right. Anything else you want to know? Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. Indeed we do. Anything else you want to know? You're right, they weren't here when we discovered Nellis. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis. Yes, there's just about nothing we won't do to get our hands on some explosive ordnance. Anything else you want to know? Once we restore power, we learn that some elaborate shares we believe they were used to train Before you ask, thank you for being so understanding. Anything else you want to know? Loyal found a file somewhere. It seems that a bomber, apparently the photograph shows that it was basically intact. It'll be spectacular, won't it? I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are.
So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. What I could use is some scrap metal. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well... I'll keep my spit to myself, thank you very much. That sounded stupid, didn't it? Damn it. Like I said, I thought you weren't interested. Bye.
I don't know how you... I hope Pearl knows what she's doing. If that's so, how about you look into repairing the... Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle. Ha! If we had spare parts, do you think I'd be asking you to fix the damn things? That's rich. No, we ran out of spares a while back, and Jack and I have been doing our best to patch the arrays up as best we can. There have to be spare parts somewhere around the wasteland. Are you talking about that damn brat light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? If they've got the parts, bring them on back.
Stay where you are. You're not allowed in there. This is your only warning.
Who the hell are you? Ah, shit, man. You're direct, you're no nonsense. How am I supposed to compete with that? Ha! You had me going for a second there. Then I remembered that there's only one Fantastic. Worried? What else? I'm in charge. Well, see, we're getting power, but the mirrors outside aren't aimed right. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place are... And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. They want me to make an omelet. There's these 2 terminals outside. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you? Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, it needs to go to the...
Hello.
Got business here.
Hello.
Attention. This is now a combat.
Do you think you can hide from me? Today the hell of a day to die coming.
Hey there. Back from... Cool. Hey.
Mother Pearl's instructions. These are... Long story short, I led a team down to exterminate them. Personally, I think it's... Sure. But one other thing. They
What is it, outsider? I started building a sonic emitter. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I guess you'll have to use hit-and-run tactics. And go see Doc...